I'm the Global Business Manager for our graphics, charting, and technical analysis products. And that involves working with our clients, listening to their feedback, identifying their problems, and helping them develop solutions. So we take that feedback, we enhance the product, work with our sales force, our application specialists to bring that product back to the end users, the attendees who are here at the event.
I work as their technical analyst covering North America. Our group really is a liaison between the product development group as well as our sales groups and a few other divisions in the firm, sort of focusing on the technical analysis capabilities of the system and getting out there to explain to our customers what we can do. Thus far, I think the symposium has been really fantastic. There's been a different variety of speakers this year that I've really enjoyed, and we've had many great conversations about the tools and strategies that people are using today, and looking forward to figure out how to use to really make an impact on where we take our product.
Well, I think one of the things that Paul highlighted here at the event was our market breadth data set, which is, I think, revolutionary in the space, where we've now have market breadth for how many?
54 equity indices worldwide.
Wow. Right, and we have about 50 different indicators on each of those. Is that right?
That's fair.
Yeah. Wow. So very broad. That's one of the things that we've rolled out this spring or winter, I guess. Coming this spring is alerts on our technical backtesting solution and technical studies. So that's been something long awaited that we've been looking to get out. Finally is in a test phase and we'll be rolling out. And then we have some new graphical applications coming out. We're going to have, you can now do a pairwise regression analysis on technical studies. Something new that people haven't experimented with, and also a scatter plot looking at a list of technical studies or any other data feed, data value will be some of the other things that are rolling out to support the technical community.
From my perspective, as we do run a number of events globally to educate our clients on technical analysis and the available tools on a system, each year we go to different regions, and each year we have, it seems like, more and more attendance and interest in those tools. So from that perspective, I think we're growing as people realize we do have a great product and a great offering, and they want to learn more about it. And I think they are learning about it at the events we are holding for them.
Yeah. Yeah, I think to that end, we've done analysis of our user base and continue to see strong adoption of technical tools on the system. In fact, we've seen probably about 15% growth this year in the people who are using technical tools. So it's definitely something that people are picking up. I think one of the themes that we've heard here at this symposium, and it's something that we're seeing, is that it's an arrow in a quiver, right? And that people are adding this on to how they're looking at the market. I don't think that there's as much opportunity for the specific technical analyst, but certainly as a role, as something that people use, it's a very critical element, and I think it's growing as people are very focused on that adding that value, that incremental value add. I think it's a very key part of getting that value add. We've been working closely with the MTA for quite a while, and certainly this year to be part of the 40th anniversary and to see all those great leaders of the MTA here and at the event the other night was a great treat, and to be working with them and help, and listen to Ralph and talk about how in the early days it was a group of guys meeting in a bar. And from that, they formed this group. And to me, what this event is all about, and what this community is all about, is sharing ideas and letting those ideas clash and create new ideas. And that each idea springs off of another, and it just creates this sort of life cycle in itself. And that's something that Bloomberg is very interested in continuing to support. It's how we run our business, and that's why we want to be part of this community. I think we've had a great partnership this year. It's something that we looked hard at after the past couple of years of how we could work as a better partner and get more out of it. And I think the events that we held and the seminar sessions that we held and the way that we did that has proven we've seen very good participation and interest and feedback. A lot of people have come up to me and really said how they appreciate what we're doing and the progress that we've made. So that's very good to hear. I think it really helps us. And I think, as we were talking before, and Paul ran these 7 a.m. sessions.
So we presented on our new global market breadth platform, right? Reviewing the global coverage of the variety of new market breadth indices that we cover, as well as the measures. And it seems like there is a strong interest in that type of analysis. And I think what we've found in the past few years as well, with tools like RRG and some other tools we've built, there seems to be a strong interest in the tools that tie the fundamental community together with the technical community. And tools like market breadth, as well as relative strength analysis and relative strength strategies, certainly do that. And I think that had a big undertaking into why we did get a good crowd yesterday as well as this morning at such an early hour.
I think to add on to that, Paul made a great point, and that is that something like market breadth is something that's accessible to everybody. They all understand what it is. It doesn't take a lot of brain power to sort of figure out, to disseminate what these different numbers mean, whereas when you compare what's the difference between an RSI and a commodity channel, I think that's harder, and I think that people really gravitate towards things like market breadth. Everybody can gravitate towards it. I think it's going in two ways. I think it's becoming more and more quantitative. I think the world is becoming more and more quantitative. The reams of data that are available are going to continue to push that, the computing power that we have, and the demand. We see it in everything that we do. We see it, everybody talks about big data, right? So it's a trend. It's going to continue. And I think it's also the kind of thing that adds legitimacy to the field of technical analysis. So I think we'll continue to see growth in what I call the quantitative side of technical analysis. I think there will continue to long be practitioners of the sort of the visual side of technical analysis, but I think they're going to be continued to press to figure out how we quantify that type of methodology as well. I think the other space where we're going to see great growth is in how do we visualize data. As Andy Lowe was talking about, how much quicker we can process a visual image than a computer can. And just in fact how we can process a visual image faster than we can process a number. So I think there's going to be a lot of growth in creativity of how we look at data, and I think that's a space where technical analysts have always been on the cutting edge. It's always been about pattern recognition. What's the pattern of the market as opposed to what are the actual numbers behind the bars. You want to see what they collectively represent, not the individual parts.
I think in today's sessions, David Lundgren presented on his formula for approaching the markets as P equals F times V, right? And that was his definition of, or formula for his analysis of which is part technical. Then you also had Stuart Taylor do something similar with a diagram of the fundamental aspect, the technical aspect, and the quantitative aspect, and of which he strives to sort of be in that center cell where those circles overlap. So I think what we're really seeing is, these different types of analysis are merging, and going out there and championing just one of them isn't necessarily the best strategy. It's a merger of strategies, and respecting each analysis as they all offer a wide variety of benefits. The book is called New Frontiers in Technical Analysis. It begins essentially to answer one of the age-old questions that really no one could truly answer with factual data, that being what are the most popular types of charts in the world, as well as what are the most popular indicators in the world. And based on some of the information we can analyze from our user base, we know that in fact the #1 most popular study out there today is RSI. Right, and that was back in 2010 now, and even then we were seeing double-digit growth in the use of a variety of those indicators as well as chart types. So it's good to see that persisting. And then we go on to try and further publicize the different types of strategies that have been developed over the years that could potentially be the next so-called RSI or MACD of the world.